be making up some mint sauce today. Now I've got some nice fresh mint, look at that, beautiful. I've taken my pot out of the garden, I've kind of growing it in the garden, but it grows like a weed, you know, you can put it in the ground and quite often, year after year, your sort of mint will come up. Just put my hands in there, oh that is smelling so good already. I know this is going to be good. So I'm going to make some mint sauce. Now the reason I'm making this is because it goes with roasted lamb and they are absolutely delicious. Now I'm actually cooking a roasted lamb at the moment, which gave me the idea, do some mint sauce. So, and again, I've got a couple of videos if you want to see how to roast up your lamb, but they go so well together. So what I'm going to do is start making my mint sauce, and we're going to serve it up with some roast potatoes and some lamb, and they're going to be delicious. Now first of all, I'm just going to kind of grab a bunch. You can rip them off, but I'm just going to chop them off really. Make sure we've got a reasonable amount. So I've just taken my mint, cut a bit off. Now what I suggest is just run it under some cold water and then give it a shake just to try and dry it off a little bit. And then what we're going to do is pick off the leaves from the stem and we're going to chop it up nice and fine. So I'm just going to grab that and go and give it a wash. Oh, lovely. So I've got my mint and I've just given it a quick wash and a quick shake off. So what I'm now going to do is just peel off all the leaves and leave the stem behind, because it needs to chop up all the leaves really nice and fine, but we don't really want the stem there. So I'll just carry on doing that. So I've taken all the leaves off the stems and I'll just put those in a pile. I'll move that bowl out of the way a minute, just put that in the middle there so you can see it. And what we're going to do is just chop that down nice and fine. Now for chopping it down, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Now I'm actually going to use like this blade I've got, but you can obviously use, you know, just like a conventional knife. Try and make sure it's nice and sharp. Otherwise you can kind of grab it all together and then roll it up like a cigar, and then you can chop it down nice and fine with the knife. Now as I've got one of these, I might as well use it. Don't use it very often, so just really do that and go the other way and just work on it until you get it nice and fine. Finer the better really. So I'll just carry on doing this. Probably take about a minute or two. That's fine. So now I've chopped up the mint really nice and fine. I'm going to put it in the bowl and add the other ingredients. But first of all, I'm going to use some caster sugar. Now I'm going to use like a dessert spoon, a heaped one. So we're just going to pop that in. Then I've got a little pinch of salt, say a pinch. Give it a reasonable amount of salt. Next of all, I'm going to use some white wine vinegar there. Now I'm going to put say 4 of these in. Again, dessert spoons, and see if we've got enough there. Just give that a quick stir up. And the next thing I'm going to add is a bit of boiling water. Now the boiling water, the measurement I'm going to use is the same as the vinegar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what you need to do is to mix it up now, and then you can always give it a taste, or you can wait a little bit and taste it and just see, you know, if it needs a little bit of something. You know, maybe you might want to add a little bit more vinegar. I probably will actually with mine. So now I've got the water in there as well. What you can do is just give it a little mix and give it a taste. Now let's see what it tastes like. I mean, it's still early days because you want to really wait about half an hour, but try and get some of the juice. Nice. I want mine just a little bit sharper, so what I'm going to do is just add a little bit extra white wine vinegar. Again, give that a mix. Now what I suggest is leave that for at least half an hour. You know, if you can wait a bit longer, great, but half an hour should be great, and you've got a lovely mint sauce. So I've got my mint sauce and I've left mine for about half an hour. Now really, if you can leave it for 1 hour or 2 hours, it probably is a little bit more tasty, but this is good. I've left mine for half an hour. My lamb is nearly done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer it from the big bowl into that little white bowl, because I think it looks a little bit more presentable when you serve it up. Now I'm just going to transfer mine. Let's see if I can do it without making too much of a mess. bit tricky. And you want to get all that mint in there. Let me just get all that together. There you go. Got all that all out. Get it off the spoon. Just the right amount. Look at that. So I've got mine all in that little pot, just fitted really nicely. Now I'll just show you the sort of consistency we've got. Plenty of mint, and obviously there's some liquid there, so you know, you could have it a little bit more liquid, or if you want a bit more mint, as you wish really. Now let me just try that. See how it is. Looks good. Oh, that is really fresh. Nice and tangy. That'll go really well with the roasted lamb. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to serve my roasted lamb up with the roast potatoes, a little bit of gravy, a few peas, and I'm going to put this on the side and we'll try it. Now I've just taken the lamb and roast potatoes out of the oven. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look really delicious? The smells. Well, this rosemary, and I've got some garlic stuffed in there. It's just absolutely packed with flavours, and you've got some really nice roast potatoes and some parsnips. So what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to take it all out of this pan, put it onto a separate plate, and I'm going to leave it for at least 15 minutes because I think that helps the meat to tenderise, and then we're going to serve it up with some of that beautiful mint sauce. So if you can wait a minute, we'll serve it up. I'm just going to cut some of that lamb off. Look at that. That looks really delicious. Oh, nice bit of rosemary on there. Kind of stuck to it. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I've been cooking this lamb for about 3 hours, so it's really nice and tender. That is absolutely beautiful. So let's just put some roast potatoes, some peas, parsnips, and obviously we've got the mint sauce. I'm just going to put some roast potatoes there. Look at that. That's delicious, and you've got all the flavours of the lamb, because I kind of cooked the actual roast potatoes and the parsnips with the lamb, so you've got this rosemary, garlic, lamb flavour. Delicious. And I've got those couple of parsnips. Now with the peas, I've got me peas there, and I've put a little bit of butter, so let's just give those a stir around, just make them nice and buttery. Just makes a nice little flavour. Put a bit of butter on it, and maybe a little bit of salt if you need to, but look, scoop that up. Beautiful. Then I've got the gravy. Look at that. Just going to pour a little bit over there, maybe a little bit on the meat. Oh, so tempting. Then we've got that mint sauce, so I'll just show you that. That's sitting there, lovely. So let's pull some of that mint sauce out, a little bit of the juice. I mean, I really like mint sauce. You try some of that with the lamb, it's absolutely beautiful. Now I'm just going to try some of that. Now obviously the main thing about this video is not that I've cooked roast lamb and it's beautiful, it's the actual mint sauce that goes with it. I love this mint sauce, but look at that. Can you see that? Oh, I'm going to try it. That is so heavenly. The mint sauce with that roasted lamb. The mint sauce kind of cuts right through the flavours of the lamb, but they just work together. Absolutely delicious. So let me just try a little bit more of that. And you know, really, I wouldn't tell you things that don't work. This is beautiful. Oh, that is so good together. Roasted lamb, mint sauce is a marriage made in heaven. They absolutely are delicious together. I love it. Absolutely love it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy as much as I did.